Hello, shiny tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force CD Book 3 with me, BlueAnkylo. We're going to do a character review because we finally have the entire list, and I did do a little bit of work between episodes. I had a bit of a break as well. It's been like a month, the last recording, and my microphone might sound a little different. I'm going to review it after today's episode, but I've been having some weird audio difficulties. I don't know if it's Windows or my recording software. It could be the hardware of the mic, but there's been some kind of weird things. So I changed some settings, and we'll see how this one works. I'm kind of using this as a bit of a test. So, characters. First off, I leveled everyone up by doing a couple test fights on the next map to level 20. At least everybody I care about. Like, Shriek is just terrible, and Domingo is also bad in this game, and I guess I never recruited the Lady Domingo in Book 1. I had to replay Book 1, and I forgot to recruit that one. I forget the name, but... So there is technically a character missing, and, you know, I regret it, but we'll do a quick review, and I do need to actually choose my party, because there's way too many characters in Book 3, way too many, so I'll just try to make a balanced party. You could probably just take all of the Cavaliers or Paladins, whatever they're called now, and they'd probably be fine. But I will try to make like a balanced party, like at least one Gladiator, one Flyer, you know, one Archer at least. You know, we'll try to mix and match up kind of the best party we can put together. Well, not the best party, but the best of each class, let's say. So one thing we haven't done is we've never talked to any of these characters. And I'm pretty sure Book 3 has new talk dialogue, so let's do that now. If I can remember how to talk to these people. Remember, talk, there we go. So let's just start at the top. There's a lot of characters here. I still don't talk, even though I'm the second, I'm the replacement Blue. So for Prince Blue, he's, you know, he's mandatory. You don't get I don't think you can remove the Book 1 hero from the party. So I think they have to be your main character, and I believe they're pretty classic hero, technically called a Prince class, but pretty standard Shining Force hero stats. I'll compare Blue to some people later on, but obviously I don't think you can you can't change them, so... Well, I don't think you can. Anyway, we'll go over that. Let's talk to people first. I want to do talking. We've got Roos, who is our, you know, first gladiator, I believe. In my free time, I like to bench press girls. Slade, let's go this way. So, you know, he's got that going for him. He does look like he's got some good defense, but I'll look at stats more later on when I'm comparing him to other gladiators, so it's fair. Also, I need to make sure I get the weapons the same, or it's not really a fair comparison. We've got Shade. Although I miss my father, he's looked after me ever since my mother passed away. I hope he is okay. I don't remember where we recruited all these people. It's been so long since I Let's Played Book 1 and 2. I kind of forget some of these guys. They're a little bit forgettable. I'll be invaluable. Yeah. Back at home, my sister still treats me like a child. If they'd only know how bravely I fought. Yeah, Wizard with Blaze 4. Maybe she gets Freeze 4. I don't know, but, you know, late game wizards. Has anyone ever thought that the reason Queen Henri is always in trouble is that she is unlucky? Nope, never thought of that. I was hoping to find a way to fix my nose. I mean, my wife. Cray, one of those master monks. He was the one that had huge attack power earlier on, I remember that much. A bit of warning, Stock likes to preach. Just listen to his words, because it's the fastest way to shut him up. I don't know about Bird Battler. Alright, yeah, Stock was the Bow Knight. Yeah, he's actually, I think we might have given him some, like, power wine or something, but he's 85 attack, that's a lot of attack power. I think Claude turned out really good. I think this is why I stopped training up the other bird, because Claude was, like, so far ahead, it was not even close. Mayfair is impertinent. Oh, don't get me wrong. She's kind and cute, I know. Yeah. Yisha. Oh, Yisha. We've got a Bolt 4 wizard. Not again, Roos. If you continue to tease me, I'll turn you into a toad. Alright, I like her style. D-Soul is actually reasonably good. Actually, she's got a pretty good spell selection. I prefer Blaze 4 for lower MP, but Bolt 4 is probably the strongest damaging spell we've got. It just burns through like all of her MP. But D-Soul does kill instantly sometimes, and when you're fighting enemies with like 100 hit points, it's kind of a reasonable chance. Did you know the rise and fall of the tide is caused by... Yeah, thanks for did you know. Domingo gets to be floating mage, but he didn't even learn... Well, I mean, he's only level 13, but he didn't even learn a level 4 magic spell yet, which made it really, really hard to level him up. He does not do enough damage. Enemies are just too tanky. I don't know what Gates said, but my nose is red because of my allergies, not because I'm drunk or a reindeer. Just because I've got a mustache does not mean I'm an old man. I'm 32 years old, ancient by... Actually, he kind of aren't the I feel like in Shining Force world, like, you know, Keshing's a centaur. I think Gase is a dwarf, right? Like all of the warrior gladiators are technically dwarves, I think, maybe. Yeehaw! Yeah, no, bad bird. Everyone says I'm too serious. What do you think? I kind of think Randolph is one of the weaker paladins, but we'll see shortly. We have our other hero, Deanna from Book 2. Still can't talk to Deanna. Probably very similar to Blue. I mean, we could bring 2 heroes. I don't know about that. We have Wizard. You know, this was the other sort of leader of Book 2. She's still missing a spell. Like, she's only got Blaze 4 and Freeze 3. It's kind of weird. I'll never forgive anything or anyone that interrupts. Blue number 2's crown. Uh-huh. You want to see how solid my armor is? Hit me. Ow. Yeah. We probably don't want to bring Jaha. He doesn't even have his axe equipped, so it's not a fair comparison, but... we've got another paladin. Oh, I've got a running pimento. I have to give that to somebody. Whoever we bring, like maybe the flyer, we got to give that to somebody. I'm good enough and strong enough to fight, so why am I still in the back? Why? Right, he was the feisty the paladin. And then we had the competent paladin. I'm just polishing my armor while waiting in headquarters. Yep, they are old. My grandma gave them to me. She should really get some new armor. I mean, Dawn looks slightly better than Eric, just at a quick glance. For both level 20. Got another Master Monk. I hate to say anything bad about Eric and Jaha, but they're the ones that make the big mistakes. Yeah, the guard duty trio. And then the creepy old man Vicar. To redo Blue number 2's ceremony, we have to find Queen Henri. Right. Yeah. No aura, no game. Also, no Hell, the wind spell at level 4 either. We got another Bow Knight. Deva. I think I've heard her name before. Maybe something to do with the lady, that witch that showed up. A sniper. Nobody cares about snipers. I'm tired of staying behind, but I'm always going to be behind. We've got another wizard with Bolt 4 and Freeze 3. Another good selection of spells. In fact, very similar. Just Freeze 3 instead of Blaze 3 compared to one of the other wizards. So very, very similar, suspiciously, except a furry. Like, definitely a fox, you know. We got Sarah. Healing is not my only job. Look at my attack spells. Aura 4 means you're a healer, but she is probably our best healer, and I think I leveled her up because she was always healing, so, you know, such it is. So she's the highest level, just fine. You don't get a lot of stats. After level 20, you don't really get a lot of stat gain, so don't worry about it too much. I love to be in the front line and carve a path through the enemy forces. Road was like a late join Book 2, so not very important, just a pre-promoted gladiator. The pre-promotes probably have worse stats, but no guarantee. We've got our samurai who uses the unique samurai weapons and has bad movement. I've never seen such a dishonorable woman like Deva. What? You don't know, to samurai, honor is cherished. Yeah. We'll see how he does. We got a ninja that does have some magic. Raijin 3 is the equivalent of Bolt 4. And he's got enough MP to cast it like once. He's got that going. I promise I will show you the real strength of our country. Whatever country. I don't know what country he's from, but... I remember thinking Rush and Higgins are not great in this game. No boosted movement. The ninja doesn't get any extra speed. Honestly, the ninja's base attack power is terrible. 58 is bad. So, let's see. How do I want to do this? Oh, there's so many characters. I spent a lot of time grinding them all up so we had a fair comparison, but how do we do this in a sane manner? Well, first off, let me test out if we can add... I'm pretty sure, like, we can have both heroes if we wanted. So maybe we can do the hero review. We'll see if we can replace Blue. Yeah, so you can't replace Blue. Blue is mandatory. But, so in theory, the only way to bring Deanna is to have double hero. Which is, I'm not saying that's a bad idea. I was kind of trying to show off, 12 slots, make sure I show off lots of different characters, or lots of different classes. But let's just put her at the top, and, we can compare them. And then let's compare the closest thing to hero would be the, probably the gladiators. So I'll put them underneath. We'll get rid of the bird. Too many birds already. Bow Knights, Master Monks, Paladins. Oh, another gladiator to add in. Alright, so we've got all of our gladiators, our heroes. Let's see, what else is fair to compare early on? I'm just trying to put them closer in the list together is what I'm trying to do here. I'll do the healers all together and the wizards all together. I suppose the birds are also kind of close to hero. They are at least sword users, that sort of makes sense. And, Paladin Master. Oh. Well, Shriek doesn't really count because, not, leveled up. Anyway. Let's look at this in the menu here. Can I... Oh, no. Press the... we saw the intro to this. I believe we saw the intro to this at the end of last episode. You guys haven't seen this battle yet. I suppose this is not the worst place to do the comparison because I can just look at their sprites. Okay, so hero versus hero. Well, the problem is I can't equip things while we're here, but assuming we have the same weapon equipped, which is fair, same level, same weapon, we're looking at 67 hit points. So basically the same amount of hit points, nothing to really worry about. Deanna does have slightly more hit points and magic points, but it's basically the same. And then 82, 53, 27. So Blue has more attack power and slightly less defense. And slightly more agility. I generally favor attack power to get you those kills. So I would say Blue is slightly better, but they're both pretty strong, probably. But we'll compare them to the other sort of melee fighters here. And we've even got like our ninjas and stuff that are similar. So next up, we've got like 4 gladiators, and I don't think I want 4. Let's just be honest here. What do they have equipped? Large axe, large axe. So Gates has a bit of a bonus thanks to the earth axe. Otherwise, they're pretty close. Jaha is the worst. How the heck does he have 50? Oh no, it's not equipped. Okay, hold on. Let's read through this a little bit. This episode is probably just going to be unit review because I don't have a. This is the largest number of units we've ever had to worry about in the group at the same time. So we'll do the actual battle like next episode. It's fine. Oh, did I just... This is the problem with doing the battle. It's gonna take too long. I mean, I could just memorize exactly, no, we're getting out of there. I could just memorize exactly what each stats. Okay, member, status. I just wanted to see... See, I wanted a short list that just had them all in the same... I don't think I can even do what I want to do. Maybe from the shop? No. See, I wanted it in a nice short list where I could compare them side by side, and it's... It's just not going to happen. Okay, so we've talked. Let's just do it from the screen like I always do. I can't do it. Let's do it from the equipment screen because I need. Sorry, everybody. This is really annoying. Item, equip, and I needed to change gate for fair comparison back to normal because the Earth Axe is like. I would say the Earth Axe is so good that we want to bring one gladiator at least because it gives +1 movement, which is really, really nice. Okay, so let's just look at them and then we'll just pick the one we like the most. It's fine. So Roos, he's equipped. He's got 76 attack power. Like the main stats, agility doesn't really matter, so don't worry about that. But 59, 76, 62, that's the number to beat. Durability, 62 seems like a lot, so Roos might be the durable one. And 76 attack power is fair. The next one would be Gates, who's probably the pre-promote or later joining. His HP is way worse. How does he have only 38 hit points? That's so low hit points that he's benched. That's insane. Wow, his defense is way worse. His attack is worse slightly. 38 hit points is crazy low. He get one shot by a level 4 spell, or potentially. Okay, Gates is gone, so that puts of the gladiators, that puts Roos in the lead by a good margin. 59, 76, 62. That's the number to beat. And then we got Jaha. Okay, Jaha's a lot more competitive than Gates. 1 less hit point, 2 less defense. I think he's got more agility, which we don't really care about. Also, Roos is like the son of Luke, so maybe that gives him some wins. But 76 attack power is the final number I forgot about. And that gives us a slight edge to Jaha, so 2 more damage, 2 less defense. It's very, very, very close. But this guy has a pot on his head, so he gets benched. And then the last one, Road, he's worse. Less defense, way less agility, less attack, 1 more hit point. And that is pretty classic where the, what would I call it? The pre-promote, the later join characters tend to have worse stats overall. Especially once you equalize everyone's levels. So I'm going to give the win to the very first one. So we might end up, you know, so far, the A team is Blue and Roos. And we'll see how things go. Can I, maybe we'll signify this so it doesn't take all day by awarding him the Earth Axe as a congratulatory prize. Congratulatory? I don't know. That's words are complicated. While we're talking, you know, range 1 sort of fighters, Higgins, he does get some magic. But his base attack, unless we find a really good ninja weapon, he's benched. 58 attack power is not enough damage to do anything, and 29 MP does not make him a full caster. But Rush, who is not a dog, you know, compared to the other gladiators, he's similar. Same hit points, about the same attack power, slightly less defense. So instead of having 2 gladiators, I would rather have 1 gladiator and 1 samurai, and hopefully we get an upgrade to his sword. I hope to find an upgrade to the shinobi ninja weapon as well, but I'll say Rush probably makes the team. And then I was also going to compare the birds at the same time because they're, well, they fly, but they're again like a single, like, you know, range 1 kind of weapon. Flyer. They do get 6 movement, which gives them a bit of an edge. Now, keep in mind, Shriek is only level 11, so Shriek stats would get slightly better. I think I got tired. Their hit points were pretty bad. I think they just kept dying for me all the time. 24 defense. Yeah, 24 defense and 40 hit points is trash. Like, just look at the other people's defense. That's less defense than my mages. So, if I want a bird, and I do, that's, I think, our only flyer is going to be Claude. And Claude has a lot of, like, 59 defense. That's actually almost the same as Roos, and more than our hero. So, okay, there's only 2 birds. That's fairly straightforward. Claude is way better. Like, the defense value is so much better. That's an easy win. Next up, let's compare the Paladins, because they're the other sort of melee fighter that we've skipped, and then maybe we'll do archers and then the mages. So let's start at the top. The monks are technically physical fighters, but I'm gonna rule on them slightly differently. So Paladins, we've got Apis or Apis. Do they all have javelins first? Just yes, javelin, 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 javelin. Okay, I think that's everybody. Yeah, there's a lot of Paladins. We don't really have any cool weapons because we're at the beginning of book 3 and we lost all of our weapons. Like when we imported our characters, we didn't get to keep the good stuff. So here we are. Apis with the javelin, range 1-2, which is nice. We've got 70 attack, 70 hit points, 74 attack, and 54 defense. And they should all have 7 movements. So Apis, 70, 74, 54, not bad. That's the number to beat. Next up is Kashing, who's going to be a bit worse. Not a huge step down, but again, he's like a pre-promote Paladin. So Apis gets the lead early on, 70, 74, 54. Definitely better than Kashing. Every stat a little bit better, so no big deal there. Then we've got Randolph, who was the super late join. 70, 74, some defense. Defense numbers, just hard to remember. 54. So very similar. Actually, for a late join, Road joined like right at the end of book 1, if I remember correctly. I keep looking for the little sword, and they're not there. Or Randolph, that's the name, not Road. He's actually pretty good. Right? That's what I was trying to say. Like he joins pretty late, but his stats are not bad. So far, he's second place, but you know, less hit points by 9. That's a bit of less. And what is it? 55 defense. Sorry, one more. Compare Apis. Yeah, so basically the same defense, worse hit points, and slightly worse attack, but pretty close. Next up, we've got Eric. 9 less hit points, basically the same attack, a considerable defense penalty. The defense penalty is a bit rough. He's a fair bit less durable, actually, compared to the Apis standard. And I would say worse than, I mean, we can actually see Randolph and him on the same screen. Isn't that nice? I would take Randolph over Eric. 7 defense is quite a lot. That makes up for 2 attack, I would say. And then we've got Dawn, who is even worse on the hit points. So far, Apis is the best, and I'd still say Randolph is second best. Although these two both have slightly more attack power, but the durability is going down fast. And that's it. That's all of them. So far, book 1 is actually crushing it. I want to bring at least 1 Paladin. I might bring 2, because the high movement, they tend to be some of the best units. Range 1, 2, and movement 7 is really nice. Okay, so I got to give it to Apis, or whatever, and maybe a second place to Randolph, actually. If we don't bring Randolph, we could bring 61 and 55. We could bring... I went too far again. But Dawn, like, I really think the 55 hit points is kind of a liability. She's... How much worse is Dawn than Randolph? She gets +3 attack, -3 defense, -6 hit points. Yeah. Book 2 characters. They're not winning me over. Okay. Next up, archers, I guess, the last physical option. And I think they're all going to have the same weapon again, but let me just check. Hyper cannon. I'll compare the archers with the bow knights, but technically the bow knights have movement 6. Well, they both have movement 6. Usually bow knights would have more movement, but in this game they have the same. So we'll just treat snipers and bow knights the same. I suppose they have different movement penalties in forests and stuff, but otherwise they're going to be pretty much the same kind of archers. Let's see what else we've got. Bow knight, hyper cannon, sniper, hyper cannon. Okay, so there's 1 sniper and 1 bow knight from each. And throwing some shade here, starts off strong with 56, 82, 50, which is a lot of attack power. That's pretty good. And I'm only bringing one archer because they tend to be bad. Just because they don't get any counterattacks generally. What did I say? 56, 82? Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's go to the Bow Knight. So, stock is worse. 3 less hit points, like 9 less attack, and less defense. He would need more movement. Like, if he had 7 movement, that would help. But no extra movement means same playing field as a sniper, so bad news for him. Stock is definitely not the one. Next up is... Graham, I guess. Well, first off, Chester is terrible. 69 attack is the worst. So it really just comes down to Graham versus the first one. 55, 83, 47. Or I could have 1 sniper and 1 bow knight. Interesting. Sorry, I keep skipping by them because I don't remember their names. Shade. Yeah, I'm going to say Shade is a fair bit better. 82 attack, 50 defense versus Graham here. Graham technically wins for pure attack power by 1 point. I'd say he's pretty close. Mostly interchangeable at this point. So if I want a second, archer style, I will bring Graham. And they do have range 3 weapons, so they're much better than the early game archers. So maybe I'll bring a bow knight and a sniper. We'll see. Next, we'll move on to healers, and I'll throw the monks in after, but the monks are kind of hard to evaluate. Now, the attack stats don't really matter very much on Vicars. What really matters is their spells. Maybe MP is a contributing factor. But yeah, let's go through the Vicars. There's actually not as many as I thought. Did the first book only have Master Monks? Wizards, Paladins, Master Monks. There was like 3 Master Monks or some nonsense, yeah. Yeah, there's literally no Vicars in the first campaign. Crazy. So we're just comparing Slade and Sarah, I guess. So Slade, we'll have to look at the member screen, I guess. Because I can't actually see their... Okay. He is technically level 21, Sarah's technically level 30, but the stats don't actually go up much. Slade actually has more attack power and defense. So Sarah is your rather fragile healer with terrible hit points, weak defense, no attack power, but better spells. And she is like level 30, so she's basically maxed out. The difference is Slade does not get Aura, and I think Aura is mandatory for the late game. Aura 4, if you forget, heals everybody to full on the entire team. And she does have normal heal and an offensive spell. Slade, all he really brings in there, Muddle, which never works. Heal, so his single target heal is the same. He's got a weaker damaging spell, which he can probably get to level 4 at level 20-something, But boost is the thing he brings in, and boost does give you quite a lot of defense. It's not bad at all. But I don't think boost is better than Aura. So comparing the two, in fact, they both have Muddle. So really the change is, do you want Aura or boost? And I would take Aura every day, even though she's a bit weaker otherwise. So, okay, points to Sarah, that's easy. Next up, the monks. How many friggin' master monks? There's too many master monks. We've got Luke, who's got giant knuckles. And then Cray, Misty Knuckles, Sig. Okay, so there's 3 altogether. I thought there was more. Sig. Okay, so master monks are probably the hardest for me to compare, because they do have both the spell selection that you have to kind of keep track of, as well as they can do pretty good attack power. So for Sig, no aura, no boost. Dispel is like silence basically, and detox is kind of nice to have for an emergency. But yeah, the main thing here, I don't know, just look at all the stats, memorize them, and then look at Cray's. Cray is worse, right? He's got boost. I mean, that's the thing. Maybe I want a master monk with boost to make up for my vicar not having boost. So there's that. But his stats, 70 and 51, are worse than Sig's. Yeah, Sig is definitely the more stat-wise efficient master monk of these two. But But I will give the point to Cray for boost slightly. Although having detox is not a waste. Alright, and then finally, the last Master Monk is Luke, who gets Dispel, Sleep, Detox. So I'd say all of his spells are kind of on the weak side. And his offense is 7649. Let's real quick check that to Sig. So a lot less defense. Yeah, and if you're going to use these guys as punchers, they definitely need some defense to stand up. So if I want to bring a Master Monk, if I want to bring a combat Master Monk, it's definitely Sig. If I want to bring another utility caster, it's Cray to get that boost spell in there. And Cray is not too much weaker than Sig. Okay. And it's like a backup healer. You do get heal. And then all that's left is our offensive spellcasters, which I'll keep to themselves. So we have, let's see, May, the Lightning Wizard. Natasha, the Fire Wizard, which is not great for her. That's 2. We've got another Lightning Wizard. And another... There's no one with Freeze level 4. Is that ridiculous? That's crazy. So, what would make a good wizard? At this point in the game, wizards kind of stink. The damage output tends to not keep up in the late game. So I definitely don't want to bring like a whole bunch of wizards. Like 1 or 2 tops. Now, attack up is pretty good. So if you're not able to kill stuff with Blaze 4, boosting the attack of your friends is not... It's not the worst way to spend your MP. Now, her survivability is a bit low. 38 hit points, 44 defense is not amazing. Let's go to the next one. Wrong button. Same durability. I guess you can see it on this screen fairly easy. 38, 44 for survivability. So Yisha is about the same durability. The difference is she gets slow, which will reduce enemy defense, which is... Would I say this is better than attack up? Attack up is like a single target attack plus some percentages. Slow will, over an AoE, decrease a group of enemies a fair bit. And Bolt 4 has a range of 3, if I remember correctly. And it does a lot of damage, it's just very expensive. I think I'm going to give the point to Yisha. I think I like slow a little bit more. I don't think enemies can dodge slow. I think they're just slowed. Oh, don't forget, technically Domingo falls into Spellcaster. He gets 1 movement and floating, but otherwise his stats are terrible and his spells are terrible, so I didn't level him up. Natasha does not seem like a good wizard. Blaze 4 is like the weakest of the 3 elementals, and technically she can use Aggress, but your hero already has Aggress. She doesn't have really anything going for her at this point. I'm assuming she must learn Freeze 4 eventually, but weird how no one has that. And then the last wizard is May, another Bolt slow caster. So I think this is like identical spell selection as the other Yisha. So let's just compare stats here. 41, 61, 56. Oh, May's gonna smoke her, I think. Yeah, in terms of defense, I have to say May is the clear winner. As far as slow and bolt casters go, she is tanky. Like, that's good. Okay, so hopefully that reviews everybody. And now I just need to remember everybody and add them to the party, and we'll see who we actually get. And I know this has taken half an hour, but, you know, there's a lot of characters here. I think it's difficult to make a good team, and that's what we're gonna do. So I said, oh boy, do I remember? Do I remember? Shade was my best archer, right? So if I am specifically trying to build a balanced party. We're not bringing gates. Apis was my best paladin. So then we cut out Shriek. Again, keeping at the top. Sig. I haven't like 100% decided my monks, but I will save that for the end. I'm not bringing Wendy. I'm not bringing Stock. I'm not bringing Yisha, Domingo, Kashing, Gates, Shriek. I might bring Randolph if I want 2 of them. Eric was not very good. Don was not very good. Luke was not very good. Slade was worse. Graham was my backup archer. So... there's no one else I want to bring. Wait a second. I don't have enough people. So who's in our team? Who's got a sword that I don't want to bring is the question here. Geesh. I'm definitely going to get rid of Higgins. I want to get rid of Rhodes, so that's 2 there. We're keeping Sarah. We're keeping May. We're getting rid of Jaha. We can keep Deanna, that's fine. We're keeping Claude. I need a monk. I didn't pick my monk yet. Okay. So, I have 3 slots available is what I'm trying to say as we wrap this up. Higgins is going. We're keeping Rush. So if I bring Rush, I don't want another Gladiator, because they're kind of the same. So we're getting rid of Rode and Higgins and Jaha. Okay, I got it. So I need to bring a monk. I think defense boost. I want to bring at least 1 monk. I'll say the defense spell is maybe valuable enough to bring to the late game, because it is like a percentage increase. It's not just a flat bonus. Then, let's see. 2 more slots. I could bring a Bow Knight. I could bring a second Paladin, because it's probably the strongest class by movement. I could bring another Mage, but I do think the Mages are not that good. Like, I could bring Yisha and have 2 of the same slows and everything, but I don't think it's actually a great decision. I would say the next most powerful will be Randolph. And that gets rid of my Gladiator. And then I've got like 1 slot left. You know, you could say Higgins does a little bit of magic and a little bit of fighting, but he's kind of bad at everything. I guess maybe I bring 2 archers. This guy does have a lot of attack power. So that's, you know, he's got that going for him. And I don't technically have a Bow Knight. I'm also trying to do a nice blend of classes, which is maybe more important than having the strongest combo. That does give me only 1 wizard, a vicar and a master monk, 1 wizard, both heroes. I don't have to bring both heroes, but maybe I want to bring both heroes. So all I'm missing out on would be like a wizard with attack. Like, I don't have the attack spell, but I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. I really think magic is like not great at this point in the game. So yeah, we'll bring Graham for variety. Variety wins the day, and we'll have the MVP team here. Jaha was not good enough. Okay, so we've got a nice party, I think. I do have a couple items to move around. That should be pretty easy. We don't have a lot of special equipment. The maps in Book 3 are kind of full of secret stuff, but also kind of difficult to, because the guides don't, there aren't a lot of guides for this game, let's just be honest. Oh yeah, so we have like a cool knuckle and a poison, or a venom lance that is cursed, but yeah. So the running pimento we need to give to somebody, and I think the flyer, we only are bringing 1 flyer, and I think I probably gave him a running pimento in the original game, because I think it just got reset back to 6. So I think it's fair to let the flyer have the most movement. You generally get the most value out of that, I would say. Any other special items? We do have some mithril. I wonder what we can do with mithril. It's probably just for selling, honestly, in Book 3. Right, and then the giant knuckle. Oh, so Luke actually had a slight bonus there. I wasn't doing a fair comparison. I missed that. He had a +4 on his stats that he shouldn't have, technically. So we'll give the the stronger giant knuckle to my monk that I am actually bringing. And that just gives the lead to Sig even further, actually. But, I'm not bringing Sig, so this just keeps Cray a little bit more useful. I hope we get more of the late game Shining Force 2 weapons here, because we got kind of cleaned out, you know, when we import our characters. We lost a lot of the fancy stuff that we should have been able to import normally. Okay, I think that's all for this sort of recap session. There's nothing... Well, if you've got lots of money, and I have some money, you could buy essentially an Aura Forecast or a bunch of healing items. I know I get comments like, Blue, just bring tons of stuff. It's just a pain. Also, this is called an Angel Wing. What the heck is a Pegasus Wing? The evil ring is cursed, so I'm like... I have tested it out. The curses are really bad in Shining Force CD. Although they might give you like +5 damage or something. The losing your attack is really annoying, and it's worse. Like, even if you do slightly more damage, just losing an attack entirely is way worse, right? Oh, maybe the evil ring is only equipable by wizards in this one, which is even worse. Yeah, so sure, +10 damage for a wizard, but I mean, who's ever gonna equip it? I think you still have a chance of having your... I guess the Vicar can use it too. I think you still get a chance for your spells to get interrupted, although I'm not 100% sure on that. Someone would have to confirm for me. Can we... well, we'll use the running pimento, because I forgot about that. I've got a lot of stuff... Look, this is all prep work so that next episode is nice and smooth. Alright, Claude is all pumped up. What is this? You can't use the pig. I don't even know. Is that like, is it similar to the Shining Force 2 thing that lets you promote into a Pegasus if you're a Paladin or something? Like, I have no idea what this is for. It's not it shouldn't be an Egress. Like, it's not the same item. I'll give it to Apis? I don't know if there's anything we can do here. What if there's like, can we do like a secret promotion? No. Well, I don't know what it's for. It's just there. Just like the Mithril. Maybe it's just for selling. Maybe it's just like a dummy item that doesn't really do anything. Anyway, I do need to end the episode here. And if my audio was terrible, I have to go double check it. So that Battle 2, I should have changed my note there on the side that this said, not Battle 2, but prep and review, because I like to do like a promotion party review every so often, and yeah, you know, there's a lot of characters, and you get a whole... This is the only Shining Force, well, other than like the end of Shining Force 3, you know, of Shining Force 1 and 2, this is a lot more characters to play with than normal. So I'm gonna end the episode here. I'm gonna check my video, and then next time we'll go straight with our current party into the map with you know, the drunken festivities, all the drunk dwarves and knights and stuff. And honestly, from what I understand, book 3 is kind of short and there's not a lot of content, so I'm just padding out the length of the series. but no, I want to get the most value as I can. So I want to actually like think about things and play it smart, not just rush through and have it done in 2 episodes. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the talk. Next time, combat, I promise. See you guys.